To look at the freeways that I can see from my house and to see just a handful of cars on the street, it's like Christmas Day or New Year's Day. You know what I mean? When everybody's at home with their families. And also to drive down the street and none of the businesses are open, you know, the small businesses, and to see lines in front of our grocery stores. And unfortunately, in my district, in one part of my district, in front of a gun shop down the street, you know, going down the street, a line, which, you know, this is a very or rather, I should say, this is a strong gun control state. So to see people lined up here, I mean, this is not Texas. This is not, you know, the South. And so to see people lined up at a gun store is pretty frightening here.
I know in some of the calls that you had last week and before the last stimulus package was passed, one of the issues of concern for you was about incarcerated people and
Yes.
increasing testing there and also among prison guards. Today, I know the Bureau of Prisons announced that they want to have all inmates across the U.S. quarantine for the next 14 days. What are your
What
thoughts?
does that mean? What does that mean? We're going to lock them. I mean, you know, they're in, first of all, I think there should be testing of everyone in a prison. You do have, and I suppose they're going to feed people in their cells, but it is not enough to say we're going to lock people down and that's the way that's going to stop the spread. There's still too close contact. The hygiene is an issue in prisons. There might already be people that are positive. So what are you accomplishing by putting someone in a cell with someone else who might not be positive and you don't even know that? When you lift the restrictions, there's going to be a mass problem. I'm very, very concerned about this. But when we release people, like in California, we do have to make sure they have someplace to go. Otherwise, you're just going to contribute to the homeless situation. You know, as far as I'm concerned, really, if raised on an international level, if this was another country, we'd be squealing about human rights abuses. But because it's in our own country, we turn a blind eye. We have to come together in LA and deal with the homeless population because homeless people are everywhere, just like we were talking about people who are formerly incarcerated. If you don't care about them from a humanitarian point of view, if you just are concerned and are selfish, then you should be worried about homeless people and incarcerated folks because there are people down the street from you who might be contagious that impact you. We still are not clear on the transmission of this. I mean, we're not. And you know, we know that it's droplets, but like, for example, we don't know how long it lasts on a surface. We don't know which surfaces it lasts on. We don't know if wearing a mask, you know, is really the way to protect you.
And do you see this as an issue that Congress is going to just, you know, continue to take up?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're preparing for the fourth bill, but I think there might be a fourth, fifth, and sixth bill. We don't know. That's the thing. We're on this roller coaster and we don't know when we're getting on. But what I do think is what I said earlier. Our elected officials here are strong, aggressive, on top of it, and the population is cooperating. So that's a good sign.